Good evening. Welcome to Sims Middle School. This, of course, is our beginning band. And as you can see, we have kind of a good problem. 95 kids on this stage. And this is the second time that we've put them together. We put them together Friday, and then we put them together just now. So that's why we have insurance. We did turn on the air conditioner override. They usually turn off at 3 o'clock for good. So hopefully, just don't breathe, don't talk, and don't, just conserve. But we're going to get started here. We're going to make sure everyone this is, virtual embedding. So we're going to make sure everyone's comfortable up here, and then we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for everything. And what I mean by that is trying out, getting your student an instrument. There's just a lot of things that happen suddenly when you start up a band. But they've been doing really, really, really good. We're actually ahead of the book where we're supposed to be. So we've spent a lot of time on this concert. We've recorded one class and played it for the other, and a lot of that stuff going on. So we've used a lot of technology. I am recording tonight. This music will be on the website at some point this week. But again, thank you for the time and the money that you've invested, and hopefully you're going to hear something a little different tonight. You won't hear that one part. You're going to hear multiple parts, and it should sound different. Now, there will be a point where I will have each section stand, so keep your phone camera things ready. But I would ask that you would wait to update your Facebook with the kid's picture later on, so that the person behind you can enjoy the concert. Thank you very much. That is the first piece that we started working on, and we started working on that late in October, and we just kept adding more and more pieces. All right, so the flute section, we got lots of flutes. Flutes, please stand up. And they're doing a good job. Now, along with the flutes, we had a couple of kids that decided that they wanted to be brave and try the oboe. So let's see the oboe players. Thank you very much. All right, the next piece, as you can see on your program, is Holiday Array. And it's got 3 different songs. It's got a Hanukkah song, a Kwanzaa song, and then a traditional Christmas song. Okay, the other half of our woodwind section, which actually we will feature them on this next song, is the clarinets. And those that chose, you know, how we did the first 9 weeks, and we let some kids switch to saxophone. We have alto and tenor and bass clarinet. The next section that we have, of course, is brass. And we'll start with the trumpets over here, trumpet section. Yay. And behind me, the trombone section. Now, we had to stack them because they would go all the way around, and when you do that, it's easy to get lost. You can't hear the whole section, so that's why we doubled them up like that. Now, if you're keeping up with their grades on the viewer, the grade book online, what we're basically doing this 9 weeks is grading them on how well they're playing this Christmas music, and there's different categories: pitch, rhythm, tone, and articulation and dynamics. And then they're actually going to have a written semester exam. Incidentally, because sometimes they get picked on, but I showed them that they are the only ones at the school that would be able to pass the semester exam. If it was given to kids that are not in band, there was no way they would ever be able to pass it. So realize that they have learned not only how to read music, but to express music. And you know, it's an ancient art form. If you look at the symbols, they've been around for, you know, so long. And that, you know, the fact that they're reading that and doing so well really is a great and unusual thing. So the test, they're actually going to write music. As they answer the questions, they're actually writing a piece. And that's part of their written test that they're going to have later this week. So I'm real proud that they're able to do that. And that's what you're hearing on the stage. I taught them the music, sort of, but they figured out what was on the page. And you know, a lot of this is what they've been able to do on their own. So I'm really proud of their progress. Now, that being said, this next piece is a little tricky because it's the first time we have a piece where there's a counter melody on top of a melody. And that's pretty sophisticated. So toward the middle of the piece, the brass will have the melody and the woodwinds will have a counter melody, the woodwinds and the mallet players. So it's getting a little sophisticated, a little tricky. But this is a little drummer boy. Now, if you are the parent of a brass player, they started on either trombone or trumpet, or Tanner, who played tuba. Then they were able to switch to either French horns, There are our 5 French horns. Or baritone, euphonium, or tuba over here. That is our version of heavy metal over there. And of course, you've seen in the back the percussion just kind of doing like almost a obstacle course. We've kept them rotating and switching and, keeping them pretty busy back there. And it is quite an obstacle course back there because of the 85 chairs in their way. But they're doing a great job. So we have one more song for you. And that will be it. You're welcome to stay and hear the other groups if you would like. It's an interesting progression as you go from 6th graders to 7th graders to 8th graders and so on. But I hope that you enjoyed what you heard. If you did, it's your doing. I just turn on the lights and tell them when to start. But thank you so much for having them involved in music. It's a great thing to be able to give something to your school rather than just show up and expect to be given. When they participate in band at all the different levels in our community, they're really enriching Pace as a community. If you've seen the Pace High School band, half of that band came from here, the other half from Avalon. That's a great program over there with Mr. Riggs, and it really, really enhances the community having such a strong band program. So I'd like to thank parents, and I'd especially like to thank our administrators. We have a new principal, Miss Emily Donaldson. I'd like to thank her and Mr. Ryan Stokes for coming out tonight. They allow me to do these extra rehearsals when I combine the band and things, use the stage all the time. So a lot of support here for music and the arts. So we appreciate that. And again, thanks to you. Incidentally, next on the agenda, February, we will have another fundraiser, but this one is always good. Cheesecake, cookie dough, pretzels. You'll get a nice brochure, and we've never had a problem with that. The fruit, it's nature. I can't always control when it's going to be good or bad. So if you had a customer that wasn't happy with the fruit, just tell them, we got something really, really good coming. And I've been doing the fruit thing for 21 years, and sometimes it's not perfect, but we have to make things work sometimes. If you want to see your student's account, as you walk into the band room, immediately to your left, there is a spreadsheet there that has their profits. And as they go through the years, you'll see those profits grow, and we use those for trips and everything. And right now, we're planning a trip. Hopefully everything will work out. Last year we did Disney and performed at Disney World. This year we're taking a break from that because we don't want to have to raise that much money every year. So the spring of 2017, we are looking at doing a performance at the City Walk Universal Studios and then going to the 2 parks. So keep fundraising, and I'll let you know more about that next fall. So we're going to end the program with this nice Christmas sleigh ride. Oh, and when we are done, they're going to go back to the band room and pack up, and they will meet you in the main hallway.